Test. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in NRG Stadium right now, and you know what that means. It is time for Houston Texans football. CJ Stroud is getting the boys hyped, and here we go. On Sunday night, it is the number 5 Baltimore Ravens taking on the number 4 Houston Texans. I'm your host, AJ. Matt Prater is going to get us started here, and we are underway on Sunday night of Wild Card Weekend. Return's going to be taken out to about the 23, and that is where CJ Stroud is going to get us started. Pretty solid season, 3,600 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions, along with a 67% completion percentage. Starting off the game now, 1st and 10, Stroud under center, going to fake the handoff to Nico Collins, give it to Joe Mixon, and he's going to get about a yard there. Brought it down to about the 24 after being tackled by number 32. It is going to bring up 2nd and 9. Stroud under center, 3 men in the backfield. Going to shift it both out to the right side. Hand off to Nico Collins once again, and that one is going to be another rush for another yard. 3rd and 8 now. Stroud back lined up to his right. Going to look to pass. Got time. Firing. That is going to be caught by Nick Chubb. And he is going to get a big gain. 17 yards on that quick little pass. And that is enough for a 1st down. He was relatively open, but then he just managed to slide through multiple linebackers. And that allowed him to just capitalize on the yards he already got. 1st and 10 now. Stroud, 3 men in the backfield again. Going to fire over the middle, and it's going to be almost caught by Nico Collins, but it was deflected. 2nd and 10 now. Stroud back lined up to his right, looking to pass again. Firing. Almost caught over the middle by Nico Collins yet again, but is going to be deflected once again. 3rd and 10 now. Stroud back lined up to his left. Passing again. That one is going to be caught over the middle. Jaden Higgins with the 1st down there. Another 17-yard gain. 1st and 10 now. Stroud under center. 2 men in the backfield. Hand off to Joe Mixon, and he is still on his feet. Phenomenal run there from the veteran. 14 yards. This Texans run game, when it wants to be, can absolutely destroy defenses. And we saw a prime example of that right there. 1st and 10, Stroud passing over the middle. That is going to be caught by Tank Dell down to the 20. 2nd and 3 now. Stroud under center, 1 man in the backfield. Going to hand off. That is Nick Chubb once again. And he is going to get enough for a 1st down. Tackled by Isaiah Isaac. And that is going to bring up 1st down on the 16. Stroud under center, 1 man in the backfield. Quick pass left side. It's going to be caught by Schultz for a gain of about 2. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the 14. Stroud under center, 3 men in the backfield. Going to fake the handoff. Got time in the pocket. Going to fire right side. It's going to be caught by Johnson, but there is a flag on the play. Looks like it is holding on Trent Brown, the right tackle. It's going to back up the Texans a significant amount, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 18. Stroud looking to pass, got time, firing, caught, down to the 14 once again. That is Christian Kirk there. 3rd and 8 now from the 14. Looking to pass, got time, and that is almost intercepted by Roquan Smith, but it ends up just being a deflection. Kaimi Fairbairn now for the field goal attempt. Kick is up, it is good, and the Texans have the lead to start this game. 0-3 lead. Good start to the drive, just kind of petered out with the holding penalty there. Kickoff is away. It's going to be taken from the end zone. They're actually going to decide to bring it out, and they're going to bring it out to about the 22. And out is going to come Lamar Jackson, one of the front runners for MVP this season. 3,600 yards, 67% completion percentage as well, but 21 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. That's the key part. He was not turnover prone whatsoever. Quick pass caught by Mark Andrews. Wow. Very incredible catch there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Jackson back on up to his right. Rolling out, firing over the middle on the run, and it is dropped. Phenomenal effort there by Jackson, but DeAndre Hopkins could just not hang on to it. 3rd and 6 now. Jackson back on up to his left. Looking to pass, caught out to the left side by Zay Flowers, and that is going to be caught for a gain of about 8 yards. 1st and 10 now. Jackson going to hand it off. That is going to be Derrick Henry, and that was a quick little example of what this Texans D-line is cooking. It is one of the most lethal in the league, and you can see why right there. King Henry, one of the best running backs in the league, losing 3 yards there. Jackson passing right side, caught by Mark Andrews, and that is a big gain into Texans territory. 23-yard catch there. Taking a look at it, he just fully left open. There was just nothing that defense could do. It's not like they could have batted it down in any way either. He just somehow managed to get fully through any sort of zone coverage they had there. Jackson now looking to pass. Quick one to Zay Flowers, but unfortunately dropped. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Jackson back lined up to his right. Hand off to Derrick Henry. He's going to get about a yard there. That is going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Got to get a big play here if you want to be in field goal range. Jackson looking to pass. Got time. Firing left side. Going to be almost caught by Isaiah Likely, but caught out of bounds and also batted away. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9. They are going to trust Matt Prater here with a long attempt. 59 yards, and it never had a chance. Just as soon as it was kicked, you could already tell it was going to go left. Still managed to hit the net, which is honestly surprising enough. Taking a look at the rushing average for the Texans, not super high, only 92 yards a game. But a lot of them were on very big plays. They don't run the ball often, but when they do, they punch right through. Quick pass almost caught by Dalton Schultz, but just dropped. Broken up there by, I believe, Kyle Hamilton Sr. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Stroud, 3 men in the backfield again. Going to fire quickly over the middle, caught by Tank Dell for a gain of about 7. 3rd and 3 now. Stroud under center. Going to choose to hand it off to Joe Mixon, and he is going to get the seam up the middle, and that is going to be enough for a first down. Another 7-yard gain there, and down to the 36. First and 10 now. Stroud under center, one man in the backfield. Handoff to Joe Mixon is going to go basically nowhere. Going to get about 2 yards there, but that was just a pile-on of bodies. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Stroud back lined up to his left now after calling the audible. Shifting every receiver. Going to pass now. Caught. That's Nico Collins, right side, and that is enough for the first down. Down to the 24 now. 1st and 10 for the Texans. Stroud under center, one man in the backfield. Looking to pass, caught right side, and that is Schultz again for about 9 yards there. 2nd and 1 now. Stroud under center, 2 men in the backfield. Fake the handoff to both. Passing it over the middle, intercepted, and that is Patrick Green. No, Mike Green. Sorry, I read that name fully wrong. And with that, the Ravens are getting hyped. That was just, unfortunately, a really bad ball. Looks like number 1 was intending to catch it, but that was just thrown way low and in range of that Ravens defense. Taking a look at the rushing average for the Ravens. I mean, it's just what you expect from the Ravens. You've got Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. 125 yards per game average is almost a little low for them. Today has definitely been low for them. And of course, as I say that, as with any other thing when I try to talk about stats, it immediately gets proven wrong. 11-yard run there by Derrick Henry, immediately getting them the first. Time ticking down here in the first quarter. They might get the playoff before, and they do. Jackson looking to pass. Quick fire to Mark Andrews on the right side. Going to get about 3 yards there before we're to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 so far. Not much of anything going on. Taking a look at that pile we got earlier in the first quarter with Joe Mixon. And also that interception by Green there just before the quarter ended. Ravens have the ball coming back into the second quarter here. 2nd and 7. Jackson back lined up to his right. Gonna motion Zay Flowers in a little bit off the left side. Jackson passing. Gonna be caught, roped in. That is Jonte Wester on an absolutely insane catch there. 20 yards on that one. Plenty enough for a first. First down now. Jackson under center, one man in the backfield. Quick pass to Likely on the right side. And that is caught for a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 now. Jackson gonna hand it off to the backup, and he is going to get a couple good jukes there. That is a Keaton Mitchell getting about 5 yards there. Jackson now alone in the backfield, looking to pass. 3rd down, got to get rid of it, and that is going to be caught by DeAndre Hopkins. I almost thought he was out there, but that was a phenomenal toe tap. Yet another incredible play from this Ravens offense. This drive has been them at all cylinders. And that pass right there is going to be deflected by Pitter there. 2nd and 10 now. Jackson going to choose to hand it off here to Derrick Henry, and he is going to get the knees swept by Alshire there. 3rd and 9 now. Jackson back lined up nowhere. He is alone in the backfield. Rolling out, left side, got to get rid of it, and he does just that. Just going to get rid of it there as the pressure was coming by number 98. 4th and 9 now. Matt Prater missed a 59-yarder earlier. He is not going to miss the about 40-yarder. And with that, we are now tied at 3. Prater going to kick off for the Ravens here again. Going to be into the back of the end zone, and the Texans are going to get ready to start at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Stroud under center, 1 man in the backfield. Fake the handoff, going to be caught and immediately destroyed. Dalton Schultz there getting immediately wrecked. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 13. Tackled there by Roquan Smith. Stroud under center, 3 men in the backfield. Gonna fake the handoff. Quick pass over the middle, gonna be caught by Nico Collins for a gain of about 9.
It's a gain of 9.
3rd and 4 now. Stroud
4.
backlined up to his right. Looking to pass. Got time, caught right side, and that's going to be Joe Mixon with enough. About 6-yard gain there, and that is going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 48. Stroud dropping back to pass now. Over the middle, and that is going to be dropped by Schultz. 2nd and 10 now. Stroud under center, 3 men in the backfield. Gonna fake the handoff to both. Pass right side, caught by Nico Collins. And he's going to just barely stay in there. Broke a couple tackles. And that's a gain of about 15 yards. 1st and 10, Stroud under center again with 3 men in the backfield. Gonna motion 2 of them out to the left side. Nick Chubb going to get about a yard on that handoff, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 9. Stroud now alone in the backfield. Going to look to pass. Quick fire to the right side, and that is going to be caught by Joe Mixon. 3rd and 6 now after that gain of about 3. Stroud looking to pass, got time in the pocket. Right side, and that is going to be low. Intended for Christian Kirk. But that is going to bring up 4th and 6. And Kaimi Fairbairn is going to come out for another field goal.
A 51-yard attempt.
51-yard attempt, and it is good. Bottom right of the uprights there. And that is yet another lead for the Texans. No touchdowns on the board yet, but they are leading. Return going to be taken from about the 3, and he is going to be laid out there at the 24. 1st and 10 now for the Ravens, starting from their own 24 with 1st and 10. Jackson back lined up to his left. Going to hand off there. That is going to be Derrick Henry, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10 now. Jackson back lined up to his left.
At the 24-yard line.
Going to look to pass. Got time in the pocket. Firing, and that is going to fly over the head of Zay Flowers. Number 4 on the coverage there as well. 3rd and 10 now. What can Jackson make happen? Quick pass, right side, going to be caught, but that is not going to be enough. Isaiah likely on the catch, and Bullock on the tackle. It's going to bring up 4th and 4, and John Harbaugh is going to choose to punt it away. Ball going to be taken from about the 23. It's going to be brought out to about the 25 by Christian Cole. First and 10 now for CJ Stroud from their own 28. Let's see what they can make happen. Stroud now back lined up to his left. Middle to pass. Quick fire over the middle. Going to be caught for a gain of about 2 by Dalton Schultz.
2 yards on the pickup.
Second and 8 now. Stroud going to quickly pass again, and that one is going to be caught by Tank Dell for a gain of about 2. Stroud now, 3rd and 5. Mixon lined up to his right. Going to look to pass. Another quick fire. That is going to be batted into the air, and it is not going to be able to be intercepted. That flew clean into the air, and it just bounced off the hands of multiple.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
On that play there. He's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 17. Muffed punt there. Apologies, my microphone broke because I stood up in surprise at that play. 2nd and 5 now from the 12.
It's a gain of 5.
Jackson back lined up in the backfield.
At the 12-yard line.
Going to quickly pass, and that is going to bounce off the head of one of the offensive linemen. 3rd and 5 now. Jackson alone in the backfield. Looking to pass, got time, and he's going to scramble up the middle, and Jackson is almost going to manage to get it himself. And hurry up offense now. Jackson back lined up to his left. Hand off, touchdown, Keaton Mitchell. And with that, the Ravens take the lead for the first time this game. Just a beautiful scene there. Defensive linemen parting like the Red Sea. And with that, the Ravens have the lead. Matt Prater out to extend said lead. PAT is up and good. And with that, the Ravens have the lead now. Test, test.
Texans 6.
Prater now to kick off. Kick is away, going into the end zone. They're going to choose to take it out. It is going to be taken out to about the 18.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own
CJ Stroud coming out for yet another drive here. 2 minutes 45 left in the half. Let's just see what they can do with it. Handoff to Joe Mixon. Going to get about a yard there. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
About 2 minutes left in the half. They're going to probably, call this play right before the 2-minute mark. And it is going to be intercepted again. And guess who? Marlon Humphrey. And with that, the momentum has quickly shifted in favor of the Baltimore Ravens. Despite being the 5 seed, they do have the better record, and they are intending to show it off here. They lost to the Steelers just before the end of the season, and they are making sure that doesn't happen again here. 1st and 10, Jackson. Quick pass out to the left side, caught by Mark Andrews, and that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning, as the Texans mascot is not happy with anything that has happened in the past few minutes. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson back lined up to his left, shifting him to his right now, along with many of the receivers. Looking to pass, got time. Over the middle, caught by Mark Andrews on the jump. And D'Amico Ryans is going to call his first timeout of the half. Taking a look at beautiful NRG Stadium here in Houston, lit up like Christmas, even though Christmas was just a few weeks ago. First and goal, Jackson under center, rolling out, passing. Derrick Henry jukes one man, does not juke another. Got absolutely laid out at the end there. Second and goal now. Jackson, Mitchell lined up to his right. Gonna motion Mark Andrews out. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to not be able to get it again. And with that, D'Amico Ryans is gonna call his final timeout of the half. Third and goal now. Jackson under center, 2 men in the backfield. Gonna motion Zay Flowers in. Look to pass. Jackson scrambling in. Touchdown Ravens. In the most classic Lamar Jackson move ever. Drops back, no one's open, and just decides to take it himself. He saw an opening, he took it, and that is what makes a good scrambler. Prater here for the PAT. Kick is up, kick is good. And the Ravens now have a double-digit lead. 17-6 right now. But CJ Stroud is going to get a chance to redeem himself for yet another 2-minute drill. As with all the timeouts D'Amico Ryans called, still 99 seconds left in the half. Return is going to be brought out to the 31. Taking a look at how clean the Texans have been playing. About 42 yards in penalties per game. 10 so far tonight. First and 10, Stroud back lined up to his right, dropping back to pass. And it's going to be intercepted again. 2 interceptions on a row. Nnamdi Madubuike there. And with that, this game has spiraled out of the control of the Texans about as fast as possible. Taking a quick look at the red zone efficiency for the Ravens. Averaged about 50-50 this season, but they are 2 for 2 tonight. And they have a chance to make it 3 for 3. First and 10, Jackson back lined up to his right. Gonna motion Mark Andrews over left. Quick pass, and that is... Ladies and gentlemen, that might be NFL history. 3 interceptions in a row by multiple quarterbacks. Cameron Sutton there, picking off Lamar Jackson. And that is going to bring up essentially net zero, ladies and gentlemen. Taking a look at the amount of turnovers the Texans have had this season, they averaged only about 1 a game, and already they have 3 on the night. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the $1 million question: can they make it 4 in a row? Stroud dropping back to pass, passing, and it is going to be caught by Dalton Schultz. So the answer to our question was no. And back to your regularly scheduled, actually high-quality football. Stroud going to quickly pass. Joe Mixon breaking a tackle and getting down to the 41. Minute left now. Going to be caught again. Never mind. Is going to be dropped there. Jaden Higgins attempting to catch it, just wasn't able to hang on to it. Second and 10. Stroud back lined up to his left. Quick pass over the middle. Fumbled. Oh my gosh. Down the right sideline. It is number 24. There is a penalty. but it is holding on the offense. Cam Robinson. And with that, the Texans have had 3 turnovers in less than 2 minutes. First and 10 now. Jackson dropping back to pass. Caught by Zay Flowers down to the 15, and John Harbaugh is going to call his first timeout. 2nd and 4 now. Jackson back lined up to his right. Going to motion him left. Going to motion Mark Andrews to the right side. Quick pass, right side, almost intercepted again. Intended for DeAndre Hopkins, just batted down. And with that, Lamar Jackson gonna throw it way high. And with that, 4th down, Matt Prater is going to go to kick the field goal. It is up and good. And with that, despite the time taking a lot longer, we now have a 14-point lead in the span of about 4 minutes on the clock. CJ Stroud going to get one last chance here. 30 seconds left in the half. Stroud back lined up to his left here. Looking to pass. Passing the left side, going to fly over the head of Tank Dell. And that is going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Handoff now to Joe Mixon. Going to get about 3 yards there. Or 7 yards, sorry. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 3. 10 seconds left in the half. Got enough time for one Hail Mary here. Or a quick pass to the left sideline going out of bounds, which is going to be what CJ Stroud takes. And he is actually going to choose to just kneel it here. That is going to bring us to the end of the half. Incredible shift in momentum just at the end there. Score now 20-6 going into halftime. Harbaugh and the Ravens look very happy with it, but DeMeco Ryans needs to rethink his game plan and fast. Taking a look at some of the bigger plays, we've got that run by Keaton Mitchell. And now taking a look at the stats, CJ Stroud on 31 passing attempts, 3 interceptions. The Texans need to get back in it fast, but they are not even going to get the opportunity to, as the Ravens will be the ones starting with the ball to start this second half. Taking a look at the takeaways that the Ravens have had over the season, they averaged about 1 turnover per game, but they have gotten 4 here tonight. 1st and 10 now to start the half. Jackson under center, 2 men in the backfield. Hand off to Derrick Henry. He's going to get a whole lot of nothing there. Tackled at almost exactly the line of scrimmage by Derek Stingley. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Handoff by Jackson there to Keaton Mitchell. Going to lose a yard there. Danielle Hunter on the tackle. Going to bring up 3rd and 11. Just what this Texans defense needs right now is a 3 and out to start the half. Let's see if they can get it. Jackson got time. Passing to Zay Flowers. And it is not going to be enough. Tackled just shy. That is going to cause 4th down and 3. And John Harbaugh is very unhappy with that. Punt is away from about their own 25. Taken from about the Texans' own 12 and brought out to the 24. CJ Stroud coming out now. We talked with DeMeco Ryans, and the main thing he said was C.J. Stroud just needs to get out of his own head. After the end of the first half being that, he is just going to be psyching himself out. And the best way to fix that is to do stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen. Big pass down the sideline for more than 25 yards. That is going to bring up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Stroud
line.
back lined up to his right now. And they are not going to manage to snap this before the play clock runs out. It's going to back them up 5 yards. Going to bring up 1st and 15 from their own 47. Stroud under center, going to hand it off to Tank Dell. Really weird position there, but that is a solid gain of 5 yards. This is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Quick pass there to Jaden Higgins, and that is going to bring up another 1st down for this Texans team. 13 yards there. Stroud going to hand it off to Mixon there, and he's going to get about 7 yards there. Mixon looks to be in a little bit of pain, but he is able to get up. He's going to take a break, though, as Nick Chubb comes in. Stroud under center, going to hand it off to Nick Chubb, who is going to get plenty enough for the 1st down. About 9 yards there, just saw a seam and made the most of it before getting laid out by Kyle Hamilton, who did absolutely lay him out there. 1st and 10 now from inside the red zone. Stroud back lined up to his left. And there's going to be a jump on this offensive line. Going to bring up 1st and 15 now. Stroud calling motion. Chubb lined up to his right now. Going to motion him left again. Going to motion Nico Collins in a little bit. Stroud looking to pass. Going to be caught. Nope. Going to be dropped. Intended. That was Jalen Knoll, and he was just unable to hang on to it. 2nd and 15 going to be dropped again there. That one by Nico Collins. Sorry, no, that was Christian Kirk. Stroud, got to make something happen here. 3rd and 15. Quick screen to Chubb. Going to get 4 yards there, but that is nowhere near enough. Fairbairn here for yet another field goal. And he has accounted for all the points on the board for this Texans team. Now 9 on the board. The lead has shrunk a little, but it is still 2 scores. And let's see what the Texans defense can do. Kickoff here. Going to be fielded from inside the end zone and brought to the 17. Ravens taking over here from 1st and 10. Jackson back lined up to his left. Going to motion a receiver in, pass over the middle, and that is going to be caught by Wester for a big gain. 16 yards immediately there, and that is going to bring up an immediate Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10, Jackson under center, Henry in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Derrick Henry, who's going to get a solid 4 yards there. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 6. Jackson under center now, 1 man in the backfield. There's going to be a jump, and it looked like it was Mark Andrews there. Yep. It's going to back them up a little bit for 2nd and 11 now. Jackson back lined up to his right here. Going to fake the handoff to Mitchell. Quickly fire to Mark Andrews, and he is going to get nothing there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Jackson Got time, firing left side, and it is going to be dropped by Zay Flowers. Yet another critical drop for Zay Flowers today. He won't be getting any game balls, I can tell you that much, ladies and gentlemen. Taken from the 15, going to be brought out to the 24. CJ Stroud will get another chance here. Taking a look at Joe Mixon. About 5 yards a carry. Definitely nothing to sneeze at. Not a ton of rushes in general for him, though. 1st and 10 now. Stroud alone in the backfield. Quick pass over the middle. Going to be caught by Nico Collins, and that is going to be enough for a 1st down. Ironically enough, if the Texans lose today, the only thing they'll remember is Stroud's 3 interceptions, but he already has more than 200 yards. And I can predict the future, but the exact opposite, ladies and gentlemen. As I say that, Madubuike comes straight down center field and just wrecks Stroud for a 7-yard sack. 2nd and 17 now. Stroud alone in the backfield. Looking to pass. Got time. Firing deep down the left sideline. And that is going to be caught by Joe Mixon. Insane catch there. Almost 40 yards there. Taking a look at that. Just a heave down the left sideline. Mixon in double coverage. Roquan Smith almost managed to break it up, and Malachi Starks was in the area, but neither of them managed to stop the catch. 1st and 10 now. Stroud alone in the backfield. Gonna motion Mixon over to the right side. Quick pass over the middle. There's no way he caught that ball. Nico Collins, an 18-yard phenomenal catch. And that is going to bring up 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Texans. Stroud back lined up to his right here. Looking to pass again. Firing. Caught. And that is going to be 3 first downs in a row. That one by Tank Dell. 1st and goal now. Stroud back lined up to his right. Gonna motion Nico Collins over to the right side. Looking to pass. Firing. Caught. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Houston. And with that, the Texans are not done yet. Phenomenal catch in stride. And Stroud has immediately righted his wrongs from the 1st half. Going to choose to go for the 2-point attempt here. Would make it only a field goal separating these teams. Stroud going to choose to hand it off. And Joe Mixon is going to get it without even being touched. Taking a look at that Texans drive. 6 plays, 76 yards. 3.5 minutes. And Joe Mixon is just going to get a red carpet walk, which makes even more sense given the alternates that these Texans are in. Didn't even get touched by a defender. Just a phenomenal juke. And if John Harbaugh does the same thing John Harbaugh is best at, ladies and gentlemen, I would be scared if you are a Ravens fan. Lamar Jackson coming out now, starting from his own 35. Unable to get any points to start the half. Let's see what he can get now. Jackson back lined up to his left. Gonna fake the handoff and keep it. And he is going to be tackled almost immediately by Bullock there. Loss of 1 there. Going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jackson back lined up to his left. Going to motion Mark Andrews to the right side. Caught, and that is going to be for a gain of about 2 with Mark Andrews. 3rd and 9 now. Stroud back lined up to his right. Looking to pass, got time. Caught on the dive by Keaton Mitchell. And that is going to be enough for the first down. 12 yards there. And it's going to bring up 1st and 10. Taking a look at that, just managed to absolutely gas Bullock there. Not to like insult Bullock at all. He has had a phenomenal game, getting plenty of tackles. But that time he just got beat out. Jackson handing it off to Henry there, going to get about a yard. And just shy of Texans territory, going to get 2nd and 9 from their own 49. Jackson back lined up to his right here, and they are not going to manage to snap it for the end of the quarter. 20-17 now. The Texans are not going down easy. Taking a look at the touchdown catch by Higgins that put the Texans back in the game, and some of the mistakes that allowed them to be behind in the first place, like that interception to Matabuike at the end of the first half. Can the Texans pull off the upset? Despite being seated higher, they are considered underdogs, but they might be ready to prove everyone wrong here. Jackson looking to pass here. Got plenty of room up the middle. Going to take it himself and get a big gain all the way down to the 31. 21 yards there into Texans territory. And that is going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 31. Jackson under center, and there's going to be a jump on the offensive line there.
False start, offense.
2 steps forward, 1 step back there. That was number 72 on the jump. 1st and 15 now. Derrick Henry got a big jump up the middle. And that is going to be a 12-yard, no, 17. I forgot about the penalty. That was a phenomenal run.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ticking past 14 minutes left in the game. 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Jackson going to hand it off to Mitchell. And he's going to be tackled immediately for a loss of 1. That was Al Shire on that one. 2nd and 11 now. Ravens looking to pass, and that is going to bounce off multiple offensive linemen. Bringing up 3rd and 11 now. If John Harbaugh manages to choke another playoff game, I don't know what Ravens fans are going to do. Jackson looking to pass. Quickly caught by Likely. Going to be a gain of about 4 yards there. But that is not enough for the first. And that is going to bring up 4th and 8. Prater here to get us a field goal. And it is oh my goodness. It doinks off the right upright.
Texans 17.
And with that, John Harbaugh is livid. CJ Stroud now is going to get the ball, only down 3 here. You gotta imagine this would be the best redemption arc since he came to the Texans and brought them from 3 wins to the playoffs. Stroud under center, 1 man in the backfield. Looking to pass. Firing deep down the middle. Caught! Nico Collins. 81 yards. Throwing in stride, not even off any foot. He was twinkle toes when he threw that. And the mascot has been absolutely revived. Started off just like writhing on the floor in pain and is now way back in it. First and 10 from inside the red zone. Stroud under center, one man in the backfield. Handoff to Mixon, going to get about 4 yards there. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 6. Odafe Owe getting into a scuffle with one of the offensive linemen. 2nd and 6 now from the 12. Stroud back lined up to his left. Going to motion Christian Kirk over. Nick Chubb with a run up the middle. Going to get a whole lot of nothing there. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 6. A little slow to get up, but he looks like he is fine. Stroud now back lined up to his right. 3rd down here. Motioning Higgins over to the right side. Quick pass caught by Tank Dell. And he is stretching for it. And they're going to mark him just short. 4th and inches. They're going to choose to let Kaimi Fairbairn hopefully tie up the game. He has been fully successful all night, and this is no different. And with that, we're back to a tie game. Last tie we had was at 3, and now we are tied at 20. Into the back of the end zone. Ravens are going to take over from their own 35. 8:30 left in the game. What you want here is a nice, long, sustained drive that ends in a touchdown. 1st and 10, Jackson back lined up to his left. Got time. Going to pass left side, and that is going to be caught by Zay Flowers. No drop there. Nice 12-yard gain there, and he is hyped about it. 1st and 10 now for the Ravens. Jackson under center, and it looks like there was a jump on the offensive line.
Ball start, offense.
Actually, no, it was Derrick Henry jumping in the backfield. 1st and 15 now. Jackson alone, going to scramble just immediately. That was a QB sneak, and he got 10 yards on that. Wow. Classic Lamar Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson under center, one man in the backfield. Hand off to Derrick Henry. He's going to get about a yard there, as it looks like Lassiter and Flowers are getting in a bit of a scuffle. 3rd and 4 now. Jackson back lined up to his right. Looking to pass. Caught. Derrick Henry on the right side. And that is a big gain. 12 yards there. Almost got it intercepted, but Derrick Henry was moonwalking when he caught that. 1st and 10 now from the 35. Jackson back lined up to his left. Gonna hand it off to Keaton Mitchell, who breaks one tackle and gets way down the sideline, down to the 23. 1st and 10 now from the 23. Gonna be caught by Zay Flowers, but it looks like there is a penalty.
Holding, offense.
Holding on the offensive line by Joe Notaboom. Gonna back them up pretty far. 1st and 20 now. Jackson back lined up to his left. Gonna motion Mark Andrews to the left side. Quick pass, and that is gonna be way over the head of Isaiah Likely. 2nd and 20 now. Jackson under center, one man in the backfield. Hand off to Keaton Mitchell, getting out to the right side. Going to get about a yard there, and that is going to bring up 3rd and 19. Jackson alone in the backfield here. Looking to pass right side, and it is almost caught by Walker, but it is dropped. That is going to bring up 4th and 19. and Matt Prater is going to get a chance to give the Ravens the lead. 49-yard attempt. He missed again. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you can blame this on John Harbaugh anymore. The football gods do not want him to win this game. That is 2 missed kicks in a row by Matt Prater, one of the most accurate in the league. That's just divine intervention right there. Maybe God's a Texans fan. Stroud looking to pass on 1st and 10. Almost caught there by Jaden Higgins, but he got back broken. 2nd and 10 now. Stroud calling a full audible, dropping back from under center. Gonna look to pass now. Firing almost intercepted there. 3rd and 10 now. Stroud back lined up to his left. Gonna look to pass. Over the middle, caught by Nico Collins for a big gain. 18 yards there. And that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Texans into Ravens territory. Stroud under center, 1 man in the backfield, going to hand it off Joe Mixon, and he's going to get stiff-armed into the pavement there by Kyle Hamilton. 2nd and 5 now. Stroud going to hand it off to Joe Mixon, and that time he is going to get laid out by Matabuike instead. 3rd and 7 now. Stroud alone in the backfield, going to motion Nick Chubb to his right. And they're going to let this tick down to the 2-minute warning. Tied game here, 20-20, with 2 minutes on the clock. 3rd and 7. Going to hand off to Joe Mixon, who is going to get plenty. 19 yards there, and that is going to bring up 1st down for the Texans at the 20. Stroud under center. Going to hand it off to Joe Mixon. Gets another seam up the middle, and touchdown. Insane. Joe Mixon with the huge run. And the 11-point deficit is now a 6-point lead. Broke so many tackles to get there. And Joe Mixon proving once and for all that Unk still got it. Fairbairn now to get the point after attempt. Kick is up, and it is good.
Makes the score Texans 27, Ravens
7 plays, 61 yards. And now John Harbaugh has to prevent history from repeating itself. Down 7 points, starting from the 23. 64 seconds on the clock. Lamar Jackson has to put together a game-tying or winning drive right now. Jackson back lined up to his right now. Going to look to pass, and it is going to be deflected immediately. Minute 2 on the clock now. Jackson back lined up to his left. Going to be caught diving by Mark Andrews. Incredible catch there. 13-yard gain there. That is going to bring up 1st and 10. Quick pass caught by DeAndre Hopkins there for 9 yards. And Harbaugh's going to call his first timeout. 2nd and 1 now. Going to be caught over the middle with a big gain there. Down to the 39. First and 10 now from the 39. Jackson passing over the middle. Going to be broken up. Likely going to be unable to keep his hands on it there. Second and 10. Jackson alone in the backfield. Looking to pass. Got time. Going to scramble and going to get 6 yards on the scramble. Time ticking down. 30 seconds left now. Jackson back lined up to his right. Looking to pass again. Firing. Caught. Mark Andrews. 20 seconds left on the clock now, and that is going to be where Harbaugh calls his final timeout of the game.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Ravens.
First and 10, Baltimore. Jackson back lined up to his left from the 29, faking the handoff. Got time. Looking, and he's going to be sacked. 10 seconds left on the clock. Everybody getting back in formation quickly. 5, 4, and Jackson is going to get the spike off with 3 seconds left. Final play of the game for the Ravens. Got to get a touchdown here. Heaving into the end zone. And the Texans have won it. C.J. Stroud, who started off with 3 interceptions, led multiple phenomenal drives. And John Harbaugh is in disbelief. But then again, it is John Harbaugh, so what can we really expect? The underdogs come out on top in the home stadium. Joe Mixon with that big touchdown. Keaton Mitchell also having a great game. But in the end, it was not enough. C.J. Stroud managed to say, we're going to call that a legacy half, ladies and gentlemen, because that was one of the worst first halves possible. About a 50% completion rate. But he really made it worth it in the end. And with that, saying so on here from Houston on Sunday night, I'm your host, AJ. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for Monday.